Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. We're heading back to Montana as we talk about Yellowstone, the end of a great series and the abrupt end of Kevin Costner's role on the series. We're going to get into all that. What do we think about episode 9? What's the future of the Dutton family? Are the Native Americans going to save themselves from the pipeline? We're going to get into all of that. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, share the video, watch the video till the end. I hope we have a great engaging discussion, some predictions of what the rest of these episodes are going to look like. But anyway, sit back, enjoy the intro, and then we'll start the show. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes, we are back for the show called Yellowstone, finally returning for the last few episodes. And Mr. Kevin Costner is gone. We gotta say, see you at the crossroads for John Dutton. But how do we feel about that? Can the show continue without the king of the castle, if you will? Let's see what they do. Stacey, what did you think of episode 9, please?
Disjointed. I guess it's been so long since the break between them. So when it started, I was like, wait, what just happened? I was really confused. I didn't remember because I was like, where's Rip? And is he riding a horse to Montana? Like, I was confused. But I'm glad to see him come home to Beth, and they had that little moment. I can't believe they killed, they suicided John Dutton. Like, that didn't make sense to me. It's like, all the ways to get rid of him. Suicide?
Well, writing wise, again, the contract assassins, did explain that's the easiest thing to explain away. So I was like, again, they wrote it into the script is my point. Like, they made an effort to be like, why we're choosing this, not other ways of death. So they made an effort, I would say, at least to address these questions. I would say those are.
Waiting to see what Beth and Casey are going to come up of how to kill Jamie. I need it to be slow and painful. And Rip too. He needs to join in too.
Who?
Rip.
You said absolutely. I feel like it'll be Beth and Rip. Like, I feel Casey may be too distraught because that's his brother. But Rip ain't gonna have no kind of problems, and Beth will have no kind of problems. But I feel like it'll be a toss up between those two. Hence your beautiful background with the couple that shall be the future of the Dutton clan, if you will. Anything else about this episode that tickled you? You can come back. It's all right. We'll get to you. Let's do Chris. Chris, the man of many mysteries, apparently. What you think about this episode, please, sir? Please.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent part 2 episode to bring back. I mean, yeah, I can understand how you thought, Stacey, like the how it was kind of just disjointed a little bit. Luckily, I did kind of rewatch season 5 because I had a feeling that was going to happen because they
took so long.
Taylor Sheridan broke it up in 2 seasons because of the whole Costner thing. You know what I mean? So, because for a second I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Beth was doing community service for knocking that woman out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, some of that stuff I would definitely. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. She has to do community all 5 seconds and then paid to do it all. You know what I mean? But everything with the episode was fine. I even liked the part, even though it had nothing to do with Yellowstone itself, as far as like the story goes. I love the small moment of Rip hanging out over with the 4-6s, hanging out with Jimmy, and even going to see the old timer, even though it had nothing to do with anything. Him, like the small moments of him like saying, "Wow, they don't make Spurs like this anymore." I don't know why. I like that's the thing I like about Yellowstone is like even stuff that doesn't have anything to do with it. It's like it's kind of cool. It kind of gives you more in depth stuff about who Rip is, and that's why I just feel like at the end of the season or the end of the show, that Dutton Ranch is probably I mean, he's in the will, whatever. But I feel like at first I thought it was going to go to maybe Casey or whatever, and Casey's going to probably give it to Tate. But now I'm starting to think I don't know. I feel like Casey don't want it. Casey don't want this. Rip is going to have this, and it's going to be for Rip's family. You know what I mean? So But anyway, however, the one thing I did not like was the suicide choice. Yes, I know it was like written in to make it where it was a contract kill or whatever. I got to tell you though, I still don't like the writing of it, and the reason for that is, if you're going to write that these hitmen had no other option, or not no other option, but the easiest method, suicide. How about you know who Dutton is? Dutton has gone through almost died several times, right? From when he thought he had cancer and it was an ulcer or whatever, he got shot at. All the times that people tried to like sue him, try to put a hit out on him, his cattle was dying or whatnot. And you're telling me because he's getting impeached that you're like, you know what? Yeah, it's believable that he committed suicide. And not only that, 10 minutes before that happens, the power just mysteriously goes out. You know what I mean? Who isn't going to be like, that's very odd.
Suspicious. You
know what I mean? Like that's crazy. I'm sorry. Yes, he does have a lot of enemies. I hate to just say it like this, but I would have done the whole JFK thing. Have like the whole Oswald thing, and then guess what? Oswald gets shot. You know what I mean? So he can't talk. So put it on someone, and then someone don't make it. So therefore, like some low-level criminal, and that's it. You know what I mean? You put it as a suicide, you're already going to have all kinds of eyes on you. I mean, obviously Beth will no matter what. You know what I mean? But Casey knows better. Casey's like, yo, that ain't my dad. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a weird choice for the writers to do. You know what I mean? I love that scene in that back room. I loved it. But no, that's not Dutton. That could be any other kids. Not him though. That doesn't make any sense to me or why they wrote that. So
anything else?
I mean that's it. Everything else with the episode I thought was legit. I had a feeling they were going to go with the whole thing with Jamie like backtracking and be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. I was just saying it. I didn't know that you were really going to do it." I had a feeling that was going to happen. Because that's the thing. He's like he goes back and forth. He's a seesaw. However, the only thing I got to say, Stacey, though, yes, Jamie's going to die, but I think Beth will as well. I think both of them are going. I feel like they're going, not kind of taking each other out, not necessarily guns saluting at each other, and then they take each other out like that, but there's going to be stuff in place, and I think they're both going to go. You know what I mean? I don't think Beth is going to survive the enemies. Jamie, definitely not, but Beth, no. Beth either. I feel like Casey is going to be the only Dutton at the end of the show.
All right, let's get into that. I like that. Jamani, please, thoughts on Rip and Beth, apparently, or whatever. I see in your background. So.
Yeah, this I don't know. Taylor Sheridan thought he was Quentin Tarantino in this episode. Like I was going back and forth so much. Yeah. I don't know where they're going with this because I'm like, this is something that could have spread out over 2 episodes or something like that, where like I thought you would find out that John Dutton is dead at the end of the first episode, not start off with it and then start backtracking how it happened or I'm like, and first of all, like how it might be the easiest thing to explain away the suicide, but I don't understand the manner of which it's done, it being easy. Like, even if they say it's a blackout, right? I want to hear just the audio of that. Because I'm like, how, like, knowing John Dutton and him, stopping IHOP or Waffle House robberies and the sheriff dying, but he hasn't got a scrape on him. What exactly happened in this that
Where's the struggle?
a guy was able to put a gun up to his head and kill him?
Yeah,
It's like it's just, you got to show me the practicality of how this was done.
I agree with you, Jamani. It would have been, and Chris has a great point too. That would have been a much better solution of the public assassination. When again, he has a long list of enemies. Like, this ain't the first time someone's tried to kill him. And you're right. Chris had a much better. And that would have wrapped itself up. I mean, and then that would have made sense. But to your point, Jamani, he's too strong. He's too strong to be like, hey, John, could you hold this gun for us and shoot yourself in the head? But they couldn't show him. Like, they were stuck in a situation where, like, Kevin Costner is not going to be in this scene. What can we do to kill him when he's not there?
I'm like, right? All right, so I'll put it to you this way, right? Like, the whole gunshot, right, that's just ludicrous, right? Because how are you doing this and staging this correctly, right? I can see if they did like the whole Terry, Milgram or whatever from Power, like, we're gonna make it look like a fake hanging because you can strangle somebody and then make it look like they hung themselves, but they don't. I don't know they're saying we can't poison him because we're scared that it might be found in the autopsy. So how did you subdue him enough that you were able to put a gun to his head and pull the trigger? This is like some like Disney magic or something. Like, this is like 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 with this.
I mean, all good points. All good points. But is there life after John Dutton? Do you feel like they gave enough to say they can ride this? They can ride this out, and the show is still compelling.
I think it's now we're on the hunt for Jamie. Like, I'm like, so he's the bad guy of the season, I guess. I'm like, I'm more interested in what's going on with Rainwater and them putting the
pipeline.
The pipeline, and them being worried about being poisoned and nobody caring if it happens and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah, I was like, that sounds way more interesting than whatever's going on in Texas or what's not going on the Yellowstone ranch, because they seem bored as hell on the ranch.
Well, again, boredom happened before John died. So to your point of the Pulp Fiction type, of this episode, it's hard but to your point, I thought the same thing. You don't start with the high point. Like, you don't start with John Dutton is murdered and then go to a happy, ride down to Texas. Like, that don't make any sense. Like you said, you start off with that. You start off with the sweet moments of the little boy who touched the horse. You start off with the, hey, they don't make spurs like they used to. You start off with, like, Beth talking to Rip, I'm a fuck you.
And when did Rip become Batman? Like, dude got bit by the bug, right? And he just goes in his utility belt and just pulls out some ointment. Here you go.
Well, you're chalking that up to him just being an experienced cowboy. I wouldn't call that Batman per se. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just he's lived out there. He's done it.
I'm just saying it was like he was going to his utility belt and just pulling stuff out.
But the fact that he's like, we're just gonna sleep out here cause like, bro, we got a outhouse, like a cowboy house we can stay in. We don't have to do this bullshit. Like, why are we staying out here with these cattle? They'll be all right. Like, we can come back and see them. So I don't understand that. Like, his honor is having me outside in a tent. So I'm like, no. You stay out here with the tent. I'm gonna go sleep in the house, and then I'll come back out here in the morning. That's what I would have. I was like, that right there. I've been looking for a new job because you're doing too much. With that. But that was my other thing. But like you said, Chris, it was a beautiful moment with the old man. But they do a good job of showing you the cowboy way. Even the guy who's like training the horse and he's riding in a circle and all that kind of stuff. Like, they're like, this is what it means to be a cowboy. But John is dead. So let's get back to that. Like, if you're gonna start off with that, that's what this episode needs to be. Like, where's the investigation? Where are you? I love how Beth like became who she is, to be like, okay, Casey, sit your pretty ass down and do what I tell you to do. Call law enforcement and figure out what's going on with Daddy's investigation. He's like, okay, what else do I need to do? Put it on speakerphone so you don't fuck this up. He's like, okay, I'm gonna put it on speakerphone. I'm like, man, you. She's like, she has to be the brains of this operation. like she really is the brains. And Casey's like, all right. And then she's like, okay, we're gonna kill Jamie soon. So let's sit down and come up with that plan. And he's like, okay, what else? Anything else? No, that's it. I'm gonna go cry on my husband's shoulders now.
I'm like, this reminds me of Fight Night, because I'm like, all these grand investigations into suicides. I'm like, I thought it was like open and shut once they declared that it was a suicide. Now there's an investigation. I'm like, what? You're going and asking people how sad he was? I'm like, well, how much investigation is there?
So this is where I think they should have showed us the ex-operatives who like went into the house, cutting off the lights. Show us something. You don't have to show us Kevin Costner, but show them doing something, and we can be like, oh, okay, John ain't gonna make it tonight. Like, this is where he dies. Like, that would have been something. So we're invested into this thing. I didn't get that either. So I was like, they spend a lot of time on the road, is what I'm saying. I love Jimmy. I love Teeter. I mean, they're great characters, but John's dead, so we got more important things to do right now. You know, like, we need to see them losing their shit. That's what we need. We need to see Jimmy crying on himself because he remembered the time that John strapped him to a horse, and that's how he knows how to ride. Like, that's where we need to be right now. Like, in my opinion. What's up, Chris?
No, you just reminded me of the whole thing with Teeter. Why the hell Rick go into Teeter like that?
That's not right.
That was crazy. That was crazy, huh?
It's gender bias. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It's like,
no, but you know what I'm talking about? Like they're all talking shit, and then she says,
she was like, hey, let's play a game called Shut the Fuck Up.
I'm like, to her. Like, everyone else, the other two dudes over there, I'm like, damn. I was like, is it because she has a heavy accent? She got titties? Like, what? Like, what?
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody else is just Jones, and he's like, why are you focusing on her? Are they all talking crazy? Like, why are you mad at her?
Yeah. Matter of fact, she was the one that was telling them to shut up. She was like, shut up, and then he
remember?
Directed right to them. I'm like, dude. I was like, come on.
That's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Anyway, sorry. I had to bring that up when you said Teeter. That was the thing that kind of bothered me. I was like, Rick, what's up, man? Like, that's something he would do that to Jimmy. Okay, I understand that with Jimmy. You know what I mean? Jimmy, he was a former meth addict and all this other stuff, and he's a young blood type deal. Like, but nah. These guys are seasoned now. Like, chill out. That at least that's how I felt.
I want to talk about
seasoned now. His horse ran away from him.
Oh, that's right. So, but at least Jimmy's riding horses. Like, he's respectable. Stacey, I texted this to y'all. I want to talk about what puberty does to young men. Tate's a grown ass man now, and I was like, you know why? Because he got
don't you dare talk about my father ghost. Don't go there.
I was like, y'all, when I heard Tate talk, I was like, that's a man right there. And then I thought about that bitch ass Tariq, and I was like, how old is that young man? Because he sounded like he's 12. Like, I was like, it's not just me. It's not when you grow up, testosterone kicks in, and then you get bass in your voice. What's up?
I want to come in and say that for all of the lack of bass individuals, it's not our fault. It's just a genetic thing.
No, man, I feel like better casting. Like, they should have thought about this when they cast Tariq and be like, eventually the balls need to drop, and they didn't do, and they didn't do a good job. I'm just saying. Like, Tate brought that energy. Also, you talking about people going crazy. I need his Dexter arc to start. Like, I need him just to be killing random animals for some reason. And that's a whole side story. And then he starts going after the people hurting the women on the reservation because he's there.
What happened to his cousin in crime or whatever? We didn't see him at all this episode.
Oh, the white boy that replaced him?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, where is he?
Wait, you talking about Rip? Rip's the adopted kid.
Yeah. Where's that?
I could have sworn. Didn't they show him in the background?
With the horses.
Kobe? Yeah. Yeah. Remember when Kobe? Yeah. Because Kobe was like telling him to giving him orders. Yeah, that was to him. He was on Roswell because he also got much older on like Tariq. You know what I mean? Like,
like both of these young men are like, look here, I gotta go work on that fence. He's like, and then but get back to Tate again. How old is this boy? he's like, don't be kissing mama and dad.
I know, right? This dude sounds like freaking Alex Cross, you know? He's like,
hey, we'll crap on that show later. But he was like, Dad, I want to see y'all kissing. And they're like, you'll learn about this soon. He was like, I'm like, you're 15.
oh no, girls got cooties. No,
I know, right? I'm like, you are too old for this conversation.
No.
He needs to be like, where do you think you came
It's
from?
clearly grown.
Right?
He's had
Like,
a finger bang or two by now. So
what's up?
he's had a finger bang or two by now.
Remember when they went to the fair? He should be like, that's right. Stacey be like, I'm
what
sorry.
those barrel runners? He didn't have a experience with those barrel runners, the ones that Jim got caught up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, so the barrel girls.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like Tate and what's the young man's name?
Yeah, that guy.
Corey, Casey, I don't know, someone to see it.
Corey. Let's go with Tate. Let's go with Tate and the white boy. Like, both of them need to be going to like getting some draws at this point. Like, once, okay, let me ask you this: how long is this whole John's dead? We need to figure out what happened thing's gonna go on. Like, how you think they done with this, or are we just moving to the revenge operation, or they're gonna try to look into this?
Well, who? I'm sorry, I missed the first part. Like who?
Like, okay, again, Beth is already like, we're gonna kill Jamie. Like, that's a given. All right, but what about the operatives that actually killed John? Which again, we didn't see any of this. Like previous assassination attempts, where like we saw who did it. Like, you would think that Casey would be like, we know who they're gonna go find. It's the bald guy. It's the black dude. Like who? Then they will be looking for those guys, like the specific people that killed John. If the writers did it better, we would know who these people are. So we're waiting for Casey to find them and kill them.
I'm like, if it's smart, then these people are like out of towners. They came in for the job and now they're back wherever the hell they are, and all that they can find is this murder for hire company or whatever, and Jamie. Because if you're not showing the actual murder or setup of murder, the operatives don't really matter.
But that's what I'm saying. So eventually Beth is going to figure out that Jamie don't have the brains for this type of stuff. She has to know that. Like, she has to know he don't have the balls to do it, that it was actually the girlfriend. So once, right, Stacey? Like,
Yeah, she know that. But that's the same thing when Jamie got caught up in the last chick that tried to get him to like get his daddy out of the way, and then she ended up with the baby, right?
Yeah. Jamie is good.
This is his MO. Like, he gets hustled by women to do their bidding, and then.
Well, again, it's more the women do it to help. Like, Jamie, you're going to be something, and this is what I got to do to get you to be something. Like, she was like, you're going to be attorney general, damn it, his baby mama. And she's like, this is what we're going to do. And then this one's going to be like, you're the lion. And he's sitting up there crying. He's like, no, you're the lion. Say it. I'm a lion. I'm a lion. I'm like, what? You put too much draws and effort into this man. Like, you get some self-esteem. Like, go hump anybody else. But she's like, I'm giving you draws. I'm trying to help you be something. I'm like, I don't understand.
He's going to kill her. He's going to kill her.
Oh,
he'll be forced to kill her. Just, you know, it's going to be one of those things where like he's going to come at the crossroads like, I love her, but damn, like she got my dad killed, or my adopted dad killed. You know what I mean? And then, yeah. I think she's going to die through his hands because maybe, I don't know, like somehow I feel like Beth is going to make it go public through her, and then he has to kill her instead. It's going to be a whole thing, just like he had to kill that reporter. Remember he killed that reporter.
Yeah, I'm about to say this ain't the first time he's killed a woman. So this ain't. So he has history. Like, he has history.
Yeah.
Maybe she. I hear you though. I feel all right, Stacey. So you feel like she's gonna get the choke out? You feel like that's how this is gonna go down? So like, I do agree. Like, it's gonna be Jamie. Like, Beth once again is gonna be like, you know what you gotta do, right? That he's gonna be like, yeah, you're right.
And then she'll record this one too. Like, I got all kinds of recordings of you.
Like he's going viral on Instagram for some reason. He just murdered people.
This is you dropped me off at the abortion clinic. You know,
remember, somehow he got a video of that. That don't even make sense.
Like, I didn't even know phones had that technology back then.
How's this possible? Like, but I got that video too. Like, I know. What's up?
They'll suicide Jamie, and then before they do that, they'll have him confess to killing John, so it won't be a suicide. And then he kills himself.
Oh, okay. So like he did a murder suicide, like he killed old girl, didn't kill himself after he confesses.
Well, I think killing the girl is like a separate act. He kills the girl, that goes away. Then Beth and Rip catches up to him. They're gonna make him confess to the whole thing, and then he's going to kill himself.
Oh, okay.
He already almost did that though in the past. I don't know if they'll try to do that again. I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect them to try to go with the route of
suicide.
Hitman basically going with the whole suicide thing. So you know what I mean. But I don't see. Even though he probably very much would like to commit suicide, I don't think that would be very fulfilling. You know what I mean? Either
no, he's not going to actually commit suicide. They're going to kill him, but it's going to look like
suicide. Yeah, that's what
okay.
Yeah,
well, if they do it for that one, then that suicide, that little fake suicide, would make more sense. You know what I mean? If that's
I want to know, is the whole suicide for John Dutton, is that just so that we can have a closed casket at the funeral? Because I'm like, any other manner of death, it would pretty much be an open casket. So,
well, even suicide. So to your point, Jamani, the fact that I guess his face was blown off, the fact it was unrecognizable, like. Yes, like this is why they're gonna have a closed casket. So somehow he took a shot.
A closed casket for like he's in a car crash and or he was stuck in the house and it burnt up. There's a lot of things you can do closed casket for, not just to say, hey, I shot myself in the head with a regular revolver, mind you, right? Not even like it was like a big old shotgun. You know what I mean? I mean, not that you can't do a lot of damage, but usually it's the exit wound of anything that does a lot more damage. You know, I'm thinking like. If that was the point, why I don't. There was so many other avenues they could have done, even if they just wanted to not show his face. You know what I mean? I just felt this one was a poor.
Rationale. It was a poor choice.
Very poor choice.
It was a poor choice. And so even let's do gas leak and blow up the whole damn like governor's mansion. Like that's an option.
Oh, like Penguin? We talking about Penguin right here with the Falcon?
That's for sure, Chris. I'm just saying, but like, well, no, they actually died of monoxide poisoning, so not the same. I mean, like legit. Like,
you're talking more of Your Honor.
Yes. I'm going to Your Honor route. So I'm like, so then whole house gets demolished, right? And then so there's no body to even look at. You know what I'm saying? So that goes together. Like that would have been something. And then they could have they could have blamed on the Native Americans because Rainwater has a long history of trying to go after John Dutton for the land. And then with this whole like pipeline thing, right? He could be like, you tried to kill him to take the land because you're gonna have to move the people off the reservation. They easily could have blamed it. And then that's how you make Rainwater more relevant. Because right now
that's more relevant. And Jamie is the attorney general, so he would be the one basically prosecuting Rainwater in court for the murder.
And Jamie just goes, natives gotta pay. You say Your Honor, so I was like, natives gotta pay.
I love it. Like,
no, you don't do that though. This is don't you know what month this is? You can't do that. This is National Native American History Month. That's what this month is.
And you know how disrespectful that is?
We got Thanksgiving in 2 weeks. We are not going to start blaming some natives.
That is disrespectful as fuck, dude. Like you can't do
that.
No, I'm saying to do it anyway. That's a whole other video. But to be like you're gonna give them the month celebrating how the white man took their land and killed them is disrespectful. Like, but anyway. But I hear you though. Like that again. This all makes sense, right? Because then Jamie could be helping out with the cover up, right? So like you could again right now, Rainwater's story is a separate thing that really don't mean much right now. So how they make this relevant to John's death? John moves in. No, Rainwater moves in and tries to take the land now. That's the only way that somehow they make this relevant. Like, oh, I'm sorry, your daddy's dead, but we need this land now. And then Beth has now he's the villain. Now Beth has to be the one to stand up and like fight him while she's also trying to kill Jamie, who lives down the street. Like, this is not that hard. Like, she went to his house and whooped his ass. Just go to his house and shoot him. Like, it's not that. Rip will do it. Like, just say, hey, guys, let's round this up. Go get Jamie and take him to the train station. And that's episode 10. And then we're done with this series. So I'm not sure what this whole is gonna take episodes to kill this kid. I don't get that. I don't get that.
Because they need proof. They can't, that's what
Excuse me?
all these shows are about is we can't do anything until we have proof.
Casey needs proof. Beth is ready to kill him. Like, so after she cries and Rip gives her the penis to make her feel better, then she's gonna be like, hey baby, let's go kill Jamie. And he'll be like, yes, baby, let's do that. And then I'm gonna get back to Texas because I don't know what's going on with these cows. So I gotta get back to Texas. So like that can happen off camera. I mean, really. I mean, they can kill this man and be like, "Oh, look, Jamie's dead. All right, I'm gonna get back to the 4-6s, and y'all handle cleanup. Boom, done." Also, remember when Rip killed the medical examiner
Oh
to
yeah,
cover up a murder? Like, remember that?
I forgot.
So if he went there. I thought he did kill him because he was on drugs.
Yeah, like he stabbed him with
Him in the neck
and then he set the thing on fire. He set the whole thing on fire.
microwaved the fucking laptop.
Yeah.
So
No,
I mean,
he did.
it has been done.
Yeah. By the way, I looked it up. That white kid's name is Carter. Carter. That's the kid.
Carter. Thank you.
Carter's the white kid's name. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't just call him Carter. I can't call him white boy. I'm sorry. So Carter and Tate need to be the tag team right there. Like, that needs to be the spinoff right there. And Tate, batshit crazy. So my friend at work, she said, let's put Beth's crazy with Casey's crazy, and let's see where this goes. Because we gotta remember how Casey goes off the reservation, if you will. And start killing mad people. Like, he can't do it.
David.
That was a good one, Chris. Don't act like that wasn't a good one.
No.
I brought that together.
Wrong month to do that on. What?
My fault. Again, it's already disrespectful. They disrespectful by giving them Columbus Day disrespectful. They give them Thanksgiving month more disrespect than this shit on these poor people.
And Native Americans Day is actually Black Friday. So I'm like, they can't even have their own day.
Black Friday.
Oh, damn it!
Wait, what do you mean Black Friday?
What?
Native American, like the day after Thanksgiving is Native Americans Day.
I thought they get the month.
I know about the month. I never heard of the day.
Yeah, if you look at the calendar, it says day after Thanksgiving, Native Americans Day.
I thought they made Columbus. I thought Columbus Day is the unofficial version of
that. That's Indigenous Peoples Day.
Okay.
Native Americans Day.
Wait,
there's a difference?
I was about to say our indigenous is Native Americans. I'm confused.
Some people, there's a whole thing about there were more than just the Native Americans.
I mean, this ain't Australia we're talking about. I was just, I just thought we were just talking about Native.
Well, this is another video for another day. All right, let's focus on rainwater, okay? Like these poor people. Like, so then we got to bring up 1820 whatever, like 1823. Like, if old girl's voice gonna come back, I actually thought back it up. I thought she was gonna start narrating the rest of these episodes. That's what I thought. The granddaughter, the great granddaughter of John, the one who was like the writer with the yellow hair, because she had sex with a Native American, and now she's one of them, and that's how they got the land in the first place. And I thought
I think that he couldn't even get the story straight, so he's just basically Taylor Sheridan is basically just trying to figure out what to do with the whole John Dutton thing. I think like next episode we will actually see things more streamlined now that I guess he's cobbled some sort of explanation together with this episode. So
yeah.
To your point, Jamani, I think they filmed the happy-go-lucky Texas stuff, and then Costner said, "I'm not coming back," and they were like, "Shit," and they're like, "Okay, now we got to kill him." But then we got this footage like we gotta use. So they're like, let's throw in some he got suicide murdered. And then they just cobbled it together. And that's why the first episode don't make any sense. I feel like that's what happened.
No, I think you're so one of the big reasons, one of the big hints that shows that was the fact that the case was who they dedicated the show to. And it was the guy who we saw the old timer that was creating the Spurs and whatnot.
Yeah.
He actually just passed away. But I just looked him up just a few, literally like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, like 3 or 4 months ago, which tells me that they must have filmed this like a year ago, maybe, what I mean?
Yeah,
so I think to your point, I think like you were just saying, like Taylor Sheridan, they had this stuff filmed and maybe either they're going to either scrap it or like that was all supposed to be in the season. And then they just divided it because of threw this stuff in because
right? Because they're like, we got to do something. But to his writing credit, though, episode 8 ended with killing John being on the table, and that's great writing because I'm sure they thought he was coming back, and for Jamie and his girlfriend to be like, he could go, and then he does go. It doesn't look like they just made this stuff up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like it does seem like this was the plan all along.
Right. I wonder if any of this stuff was filmed because they're doing the 4/6s like they already started filming it, right? 4/6s. I wonder.
I don't know about that.
Okay, because my theory was maybe some of the scenes we saw was not supposed to be shown. It was actually supposed to be shown in the 4/6s. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe not.
Let's just put this in here.
And they just threw it in. I don't know. Maybe not.
No, that's a bit much. I feel again because I feel like when they wanted to get Jimmy back, right? But again, what is Jimmy's reaction? All the hands reaction, the whole crew's reaction to John dying. Now only Rip knows. We only see Rip's reaction. Like we got to see how the rest of the team reacts, and then do they all come back to Texas to be like we got to ride up together?
It is going to be a Tony Stark death
because the governor committed suicide and is not front page news. It's not CNN. It's not everywhere.
That's a good point too. Like actually, nobody checks social media or just the internet. Like you think, the mayor. I'm sorry, the governor of Montana, who was about to get impeached, apparently killed himself, and this is national news. Like I mean, so they would have been like, "Yo, I checked my phone, and he dead."
They all have those flip phones, so maybe they don't have internet.
It's Texas. They don't have the internet in Texas, which also is insulting me because I'm from Texas. So I don't appreciate this whole backwoods Texas bullshit. But anyway. But I was like, but yeah, you're right. You would think everybody should be knowing this. That's not. It shouldn't be you have to call somebody and be like, hey, by the way, John dead. Shh, don't tell anybody.
No, but she called Rip basically after she was leaving the governor's mansion. What I'm thinking is she showed up there and is like, oh, there's just cops and stuff here. Nobody called her. Nobody gave her a heads up. There's something going on at the governor's mansion. This was just by chance.
I thought Casey called her. I thought Casey called her and said, come here. I thought, because why would she drove pretty fast, there was a reason. And then she saw Casey. Casey got there first. I want to say Casey got there first, and he called her.
I don't know.
No, she was trying to get in, and when Casey came, she was like, "Yeah, here goes the badge," and then the guy who's outside is family is entering that or whatever.
Also, I don't.
He was there before Casey.
Well, to this conversation, I don't know why they didn't let Beth in because she's like communications secretary or some shit. She's part of his staff, and she's family. So I don't know why.
Well, no, because it's an active crime, potential active crime scene that potentially, you know what I mean, and you don't want stuff to be new people coming in and disrupting a potential crime scene. And
I hear you, Chris, but the livestock commissioner is not some kind of gonna over author is gonna override that. That's that bullshit. I'm like, no, let you go talk to the sheep or whatever behind the governor's mansion.
You see someone with a cowboy hat and a badge, you don't know if he's gonna go Walker, Texas Ranger on you. You let that dude in. All right.
Now, if you say I know Casey's history and he'll just murder everybody, then you got that's a different story. But he acted like he showed that. I think he showed it real quick so that guy would think he's a real agent. He's like a badge, and then he just kept on walking.
He should have leaned in and be like, you know what, you better let me in because I just saw 2 wolves out there. And that's a sign that I'm gonna go keep shit on you. I saw a wolf and there's 2 of y'all. I'm gonna go and get you. I just went on a spiritual journey right now. On a spiritual journey. My spiritual journey is telling me to go after you.
When I saw that wolf, I'm like, we need to get past this shit. Because every time he's driving around, he sees a wolf and he's like, oh shit, the omens are coming. I'm like, I forgot what that was even about. I said, is he the lone wolf of the family? What does the wolf mean? I know I forgot. I did forget. He got high one night and was hungry, and the wolf was like, you gotta give up all this for your family. So to your points, to be it's all gonna be Beth's and Rip's. It's not gonna be Rip, it's gonna be Beth and Rip, and then maybe to your point, Beth dies and it's just Rip and Carter. and whatever, and somehow they get to run the ranch. But like, I can see Casey being like, I'm done with this shit. Like my wife and my son, I gotta take Tate out of here before he starts killing people, and then just gonna ride off into the sunset. And so he can start a new life in Brazil, where he he can perfect his killing. And then the spinoff is Tate coming back, like Tate New Blood. Listen, and then like he's like, hey, you know what? I have a code. My dad taught me a code because he was in special forces, and he was like, you only kill people that need to be killed. And then we got a whole spinoff. Taylor Sheridan.
But then the problem is, guess who the new villain will be? The villain will be this young kid that comes into town, and it's revealed that it's Jamie's kid. It's Jamie's kid.
Oh
Jamie's
shit!
Jamie's kid, all grown up.
Oh shit!
Getting revenge on everybody that did her. The entire family. My grandpa. So this was my grandpa. You made my dad kill my grandpa.
Take it to the next level, Chris. You take it to the next level, right? So Tate is older now. Like, he runs the reservation and he runs the Dut Ranch because he's Native American and he's white. So he has all that land. Then his
wait, did you say because he's Native American and white, he gets all the land?
He gets all the land. He brings both families together. Okay. Then wait, what the fuck is his nephew? His cousin? His cousin comes and just like lays waste to all of it because he's like, you killed my daddy, and then like he takes everybody to the. That's what I'm saying. Let's do that. Let's do that.
I would watch that. It would be such a train wreck, but I would watch it.
I love it. I love it. Because somehow he's like, it's like the best of both worlds. Because like somehow he pulls on the war paint, but he also like runs the cattle. It's all fucked up. Like it's like he's like,
yeah. And then we look at the executive producer and it says executive producer by Curtis Jackson. You know.
Yellowstone book 3 Force. Like what? Like how is this even happening? Like, so Rip and Beth get their spinoff. Tate his spinoff. Tate goes to college. Tate goes to college in Montana. Listen. And then he starts running like some kind of peyote thing. Meth is on the reservation. That's season 1. Meth is on the reservation. He goes to Montana State University and starts running meth through the university to pay for his mama and his grandmother, who's in a wheelchair, who we haven't seen since season 1. Don't forget that. Okay, she was in a colostomy bag or some shit, and she was being pushed up the stairs. And that's when his mama was like, you know what? I'm going back to live on the ranch because this whole Native American shit ain't for me. She's like, I gotta go stay with the white people. They got helicopters. What happened to the helicopter?
Got foreclosed on. Remember the ranch needed money?
Oh yeah, they did need money.
He should have sold the helicopter because nothing sold this show for me than a white man jumping on the helicopter on a daily basis. It was like, I'm going into town because trucks are for bitches. Like I got a helicopter. I was like, oh shit, like this is so baller. And then he just shows up. He's like, hey, this is my landing pad. This is my city. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, can I bring up one great thing that I love about this episode? And I'm hoping this stays the same case for the entire season. They did not bring back that annoying ass woman that John was sleeping with. She's in jail, right? Isn't she still in jail?
No. Thank you for bringing that up. She's the environmentalist specialist and also drawl specialist.
Oh, like, shit. So I'll be okay with them never showing her ever again. Do not show her. She's annoying. Like she got her ass kicked by Beth. Like stop. Like all that. Just no.
You want to talk about penguin vibes? Like the whole Beth John thing kind of reminded me of Oz and his mama. I'm like, y'all got some things going on because Beth was way too protective to be like, don't be fucking my daddy. That's my job. I'm like, what? I was like, you
doing it to a penguin and his mom.
We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but absolutely, that was Boardwalk Empire. My friend I was like, you're absolutely right. That was Boardwalk Empire level, but we'll talk about that in the next video.
No, nothing's Boardwalk.
That was Boardwalk Empire level, but we'll talk about that in the next episode. I'm saying Beth was way too protective of John's dick, and I didn't appreciate it. It was weird. Like first he was fucking the governor, then he was fucking a prisoner. Then I was like, what is happening? Then I'm like, so but your point, she's still in play. She's still in play. So like
I hope not. I hope they forgot about her, please.
She's gonna show.
She gotta jump on. Well, this ain't a black funeral, but I was thinking, maybe she's gonna jump on.
Jump on the grave.
Yeah, and be crying like she's gonna be the unofficial widow.
No. You know what's gonna happen? Let's bring.
She's pregnant.
Oh, she's pregnant. Oh God.
And that baby inherits the ranch. That baby inherits the ranch. There's something in the will that says the next boy, if there is another, because John was like, this all goes to Tate. Remember? But if he has
sent it to Rip. No. He gave Rip the house. That's right. He just gave
Rip the house on the thing. That's what he did.
Right.
So I'm like, if she's pregnant, thank you, Stacey. If she's pregnant, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But wait. We're gonna bring all this together. So the senator and the girlfriend / EPA specialist are both gonna be at the funeral crying over John, their previous lover. They're both gonna be like trying to jump on the casket. And then Beth comes in and whoops both of them. And it's like, that's my daddy / something else. Anyway, leave my daddy alone. And I'm like, she didn't fight for her daddy.
And then they're fighting by the casket, and then they wind up hitting the casket, and the thing swings over, and you see this huge gaping hole. And
yes.
And you're like,
oh! And then, wait. There's no body because John's not dead.
He's not dead.
They took his face and reconstructed it. Okay. Now David Hasselhoff is gonna come in and he's gonna play John.
I totally thought you were gonna say it would be Nicolas Cage or John Travolta.
Yeah.
Or something. I thought you were going to.
He's supposed to be coming at some point. Is he still coming?
Who?
Matthew
McConaughey. He was going to be the spinoff, but I think that deal fell through. I think that deal fell through. He was supposed to lead the spinoff. I think they want a woman to lead. Also, I just want to give Taylor Sheridan. Also, we talk about this every time we do it. He is very conscious about his efforts of putting women in roles of like leadership, of being like the rock in situations. And Beth continues to be that. Like I said, she took care of Casey. She put Casey in the right direction, and she's gonna be the brains of the operation. I feel so also with Casey's wife, same thing. Like she was like, "Hey, this is our house." Like women are the ones to be like, "This is where we're going." Even Jamie's being led around by his nose / draws to be like, "Hey, this is what you're gonna do, and this is why you're gonna do it." And he's like, "Yes, baby."
And both of the women that Jimmy dealt with, both the one that he lost his virginity to, that said, "Hey, you want to do this?" Like, "Hey, you gonna get back on the horse." And now his wife, who's told him like, "Hey, you're staying with me." And, dang. Yep.
Bars, Chris. Bars. I was like, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I just want to throw that out there. But I was like, yes. I was like, consistent. Like I give you the draws, but I tell you what to do. And then men go, even all powerful Rip. But it was beautiful. Like for her to finally, like she cared for her father. She's like, I'm not going to break down until my husband gets here. And she really was just like, hold me. And I thought that was cool. Like she can be strong and vulnerable at the same time. And I thought that was a good moment. Stacey, your thoughts?
Just like melt in his arms. He's been gone for how long? You just run up to him and be like, oh.
But remember, that's beautiful. So after her grief is over, she's gonna ride him like she bought him at a store or something at the fair. That's what she
Yes. Yes.
She said, I'm gonna fuck you like a toy. I don't know how she made that comparison.
Then it'd be on speaker and everybody in the crowd can hear, yeah. So, oh my god.
And they'd be like,
"Oh, good. No, I was gonna say this randomly just popped in my head. Okay, I was under the impression that, oh man, what's Casey's wife's name again?
Oh shit, I forgot.
Well, anyway, Casey and his wife.
Monica.
Didn't they already have a house and now they got a new house again?
Yeah. No, they sold the house because of the baby. Because when the baby died or whatever, it was too many bad memories there or some shit.
Oh, that's right.
And then
they didn't want to stay somewhere. It was too. They thought it was like a bad omen, or they didn't.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
so they wanted to move back to the ranch, but they're like, we can't move into the big house. Like that's done. So he was like, okay, you can get your own place on the land, but still on the land.
Okay, I forgot about that. I forgot about the reason why they left the house.
Remember, she came to the house and she was getting lost in the big house.
Yeah.
which was like
Yeah,
unbelievable.
well, again, but also remember, she also got almost assaulted, and murdered in the house. So this lot and Tate, I mean, so I'm saying Tate had to kill someone in that house. So let's not live in the house. Like, let's go live somewhere else where we weren't almost murdered. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know if somebody's binge watching this show. Tate from episode 8 of this season to episode 9 is like what type of time gap is that?
Yeah. Well, also Carter both of testosterone kicked in for both of these young men, and they became grown ass men like in like 2 episodes, both of them. And I'm like, and it's I love how they act like they don't notice it. Like they're like they have to keep moving, right? Like you don't see Beth and Rip like he has to shower like somewhere else now because he may be looking at Beth like, I know you're not my mama. I'm just for the record, and you're looking kind of nice. I'm just saying. So we've established that you are just Beth. So I was like, but again, they both need to work that out. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, but at least it's just cool. But you're right, they're grown as fuck. So I mean, I want to see how they develop. That's what I'm saying. But I don't see John's funeral shit. That's episode 10, and they're gonna be done with it. And then
it's gonna be a funeral, but it's gonna be like a Tony Stark type funeral. Everybody's gonna show up from season 1, and everything. Like the old hands, the hands who were not dropped off at the train station. Like they all gonna come back. I'm just saying, everybody. It's just gonna show. It's like a who's who. It's gonna be like, the whole Don Cheadle thing going back to Chadwick Boseman. Everyone just random people like. I didn't even know you knew Stark like that. Sorry, Dutton. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you. I don't think so because they want to move past it. Like I feel like it's going to be immediate. They're going to chalk it up to a family. I don't think so because if this was the plan all along, it would be that kind of great. This would be almost a series finale. They would have killed them like closer to this. The fact that they have to do it right now, they're gonna move that shit quick. It's gonna be media family, so people you recognize. The people from Texas aren't even coming. Bet it's gonna be Rip, Casey. It's gonna
be. You don't think they're coming?
Huh?
You don't think the folks in Texas coming?
I feel like just because because they got to get them back to Texas. They got to get them back. Like, so I feel like they're gonna be like, there's gonna be I doubt it. I want it to.
I feel like they're gonna be like, hey, 4-6s, hey guys, can y'all look after our cattle? It's just gonna be for 2 weeks, and and then all of a sudden Jimmy will be like, hey, can I come? And then.
Because in the preview, all you see is Rip. All you see is Rip doing it. It's Rip. You see Rip, Casey, and that's it. Like really, and like doing the stuff like going after Jamie and that kind of thing. The ranch has to continue. Operations have to continue. Like they're gonna say stay there. Rip's gonna tell them to stay there and handle the cattle, and we'll take care of this. To me, I don't know. I think so. What's up, Giovanni?
Yeah, I don't. I'm like, I just hope that we don't have this whole split in every episode with here in Texas, especially if Rip is not in Texas. Because I'm like, whatever the hell they got going on the 4-6s is not enough to be the B story of the show for the rest of the season.
I feel like you are going to get a lot of splits because of the fact that this is the next spinoff. So they got you know what I mean. So they're going to. I think it's just supposed to ease you into it. So I feel like a lot of people, unfortunately, that's going to be an unfortunate thing for a lot of people because I feel like it is going to go back from Montana to Texas. And to be honest with you, that's probably the easiest thing for Sheridan to do in the sense of now that Costner's not here, everything had to be rewritten. And you know what I mean? Like it's an easy play to not just have every episode, hey, how are we going to get Jamie today?
Yeah.
And the next episode, hey, how are we going to get Jamie today? Like, you know what I mean? Where does it end? So they kind of need to break it up. And unfortunately, because they didn't have that much time to write it sufficiently or have like a year or 2 years to write all this out. You know what I mean? I think that's the easy play, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know
and then but to your point, they don't have the anchor character in Texas to be like he or she's the spinoff. They don't have that. So they have to bring that character up, develop that character. So when the 4-6s start, you know who you're starting with. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was gonna be Rip. I thought it was gonna be Rip and Beth moving to Texas, and then because Rainwater gets the land or whatever in Montana, and they move on. And especially with John gone and Casey probably riding out with his family, Monica and crew, and then so that was gonna be the spinoff.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But if Rip and them just stop, which I hope not, but if they do, they don't have an anchor besides Jimmy, and he can't be the show. Like we can't have the Jimmy Chronicles. No. Because he still don't got his shit together. But come on, we gotta get to the Penguin. Stacey, any final comments or predictions or thoughts?
I already gave my prediction, so please help us reach 500 views per video, 2,500 subscribers by December 15th, and we will see you tomorrow.
That's right. For the crosses, we're gonna do that. Woo! Feels. But yeah, we'll do that then. Thanks, Stacey. All right. Jamani, anything from you? What you got?
Oh yeah, December 15th is like 30 days away, so get to subscribe and whatnot. Comment and whatnot, and do better.
Thank you, Jamani. Chris, any final words before we get to?
Yeah, December 15th. Let's get those views up. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you.
Thank you, Chris. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for. I see you. I didn't get any comments, but maybe later. Leave a permanent comment on the video if that's what you want to do. We're gonna do every last episode. Yellowstone is absolutely a great show. And I'm very happy that we get to review it. I hope you think so too. Oh, there you go. Hey, DeMarcus, what is going on? All right, DeMarcus, come on. We're going to talk about the new Tommy show, which is the Penguin. Because Bliss is definitely Dahlia. But anyway, please leave a permanent comment and all that. And thank you for being part of this journey. And I will see you in a little bit.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view.
I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You gonna go there.
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.